The majority of us in this era we are in, we grew up in a time whereby emotional intelligence wasn't a factor. It was all about duty, roles. It had nothing to do with emotional intelligence. That's why for most of us, we see acknowledging emotions, we see being emotional as a weakness. We grew up in an era whereby we were encouraged to suppress our emotions. So to a point right now, there is a lot of emotional immaturity. And see at it is a fault or no. It is just based on the coping mechanism that we had to develop. We had to live. Whether you like it or not, you had to live. So we developed some coping mechanism, and emotional immaturity came as a side effect of the coping mechanisms we had to develop. So that's why most of us right now are emotionally immature. But if you're not on the self-awareness journey, you're not going to accept that. For most of us, we'll keep on blaming others that person was emotionally immature, but you don't want to accept the role you play you played in that emotional immaturity. Like we assume that we are emotionally mature because we don't want to accept the reality. We don't want to accept these things that might come out as negative, that we actually are those people. We don't want to accept that we do play a part in some of our downfalls. So what is emotional immaturity? Emotional immaturity is the difficulty in managing emotions, understanding other people's perspective, or even maintaining a healthy relationship. How many of you can say, oh, you know what, my relationship, we've managed to maintain a healthy relationship, me and my person? Bro, most of us don't even know what a healthy relationship is. The moment we see the healthy relationship, we sabotage it, And that's where the emotional immaturity comes in. Before you acknowledge that, you will always be emotionally immature. You have to acknowledge that. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging your emotions. Anyway, here are some of the signs that you're actually emotionally immature. Your emotional regulation is totally poor. You struggle with a stressful situation. You struggle to manage anger. You struggle with your sadness. Anytime you're sad, and you just cut off. You just shut down. You shut down because you avoid to address your emotions totally. You avoid that kabisa. You don't want to confront your own emotions. You see, that's why you shut down. And again, you frequently overreact to minor issues. You start developing mood swings over, some things that are not appropriate for you to have such mood swings. Like you just overdo things. That is emotional immaturity. You refuse to take accountability for your mistakes or failures, constantly blaming others for your own failures, for your own mistakes. Because you don't want to take accountability. You only see other people as the issue. You even avoid taking responsibilities. Anyway, you just want to be rescued. That is emotional immaturity. You are very impulsive. You make decisions without considering long-term consequences. For you react on the moment. The moment you just get angry, you make a decision when you're angry. If you are in that case, that anytime you're angry, instead of you just calming down, you relax before making a major decision. You just make it just because you're angry at that moment. My friend, emotional immaturity. Because you end up engaging in very reckless behaviors, overspending, you even end up in drug abuse just because either maybe you are angry or just someone pissed you off. Unakasirika kidogo hivi, let me go take a shot so that I can calm down. Ndio umeingia drug abuse. My friend, that is escapism. Escapism is emotional immaturity. Relationships are very difficult for you because you struggle with creating healthy boundaries, leave alone even creating healthy boundaries. You struggle with respecting other people's boundaries. You are not independent. You are too dependent on other people. You are too possessive. You are too jealous. Bro, someone can't even move. They can't even go out for a minute. They can't even go out with their friends. You are all over their phone. The moment amekuja ametulia hapo, you want to hack into their phone, you see what they have been doing. That is emotional immaturity. You lack empathy, you struggle to understand and consider the feelings of others because you focus primarily on your own needs and desires. So basically you come out as selfish and insensitive. You don't give a shit about other people because you don't even understand other people. Whenever you are having a conversation with other people, you want to be the focus. It's all about you. Emotional immaturity. That's why you can't even listen to others. Inability to handle criticism. In fact, you see criticism as a personal attack instead of an opportunity to grow. Anytime there's feedback, bro, you react very angrily or defensively, especially if it is feedback that doesn't agree with you. You react very defensively. Mpaka you resort to silent treatment or emotional withdrawal just because you don't want to address that issue. Emotional immaturity. Overdependence on others. You rely heavily on others for validation, reassurance, or even decision making. And that is because you struggle with self-sufficiency. That's why you seek external approval. Emotional immaturity, my friend. Entitlement. You expect special treatment, like you feel you are actually, better than others. That entitlement, that is emotional immaturity. Because you will find yourself struggling to acknowledge others when they are winning. Imagine someone is winning, you can't just with a good heart, just congratulate them because they're doing better than you. You feel bad. You feel bad that someone is doing way better than you. Emotional immaturity, my friend. When it comes to change, it's very, very difficult for you. You'd rather even stay with family or even people just because of familiarity. But they don't benefit you at all because you're afraid of change. Whenever there's change, you become overwhelmed big time or even upset by changes in routine or expectations. To you, you see life as black and white. You don't see in between. You don't see the complexities of life. To you, it's either bad or good. There is no in between. So you easily jump to conclusions or make hasty judgments. So guys, if you follow under that list, just know you are emotionally immature. And again, guys, it is not wrong to be emotionally immature. Remember, you had to develop some coping mechanisms while growing up. And when we were growing up, emotional intelligence wasn't a factor. It was all about roles, duties, and responsibilities. Are you going to school? Are you getting an education? Are you eating? Is there a roof over your head? Are you clothed? Do you have clothes? Once you have all those, hizo zingine unaambiwa we bora uko na hizi. In fact, even for us, we would be like, me at least I'm okay, for at least I go to school, I go to a good school. Even your parents would kind of guilt trip you with that. Do you know the things I have to do for me to put food on the table? Do you know the things I have to do for me to put this roof over your head? So fuck your feelings. Emotions were not a factor then. So it is okay to be emotionally immature. That's where the self-awareness journey comes in, so that you can unlearn to learn the emotional intelligence, so that you don't repeat some of the things that you went through. Not to blame that situation. That situation happened the way it happened. It was meant to happen like that. But now going forward, what do you do? First things first, develop self-awareness. That's a constant. Bro, in the healing journey, the first thing you're ever supposed to do, the first step to the healing journey is self-awareness. Start that self-awareness journey. Introspection. Start acknowledging some of these things. Start acknowledging your emotions. Start acknowledging some of the things you suppressed. That's where the unlearning comes in. Then you start learning. Secondly, practice emotional regulation. Practice mindfulness. Be in the present. Whenever you feel angry, acknowledge that anger and ask yourself, why are you angry? Ask yourself, why am I in this emotional state? Why? So that you can be present with yourself. Thirdly, seek feedback. Be open to constructive criticism. Don't see it as an attack. Take it as an opportunity to grow. So listen to feedback. Practice that. Start to kidogo kidogo, a step at a time. Fourthly, work on empathy. Listen to others. Learn to listen to others, and also acknowledge that they are also going through their own shit, bro. Everyone is going through their own shit. Everyone is on their own path. So you are not the only person who's going through shit. Learn to listen to other people. Learn to understand other people are also on their own life paths. They are also on their own journey. Practice empathy. Lastly, professional help also really helps guide you through this journey. You can get yourself a therapist or a life coach. At least they take you through this journey. So heal, my people. Heal so that you can recognize the signs of immaturity. That's the first step to emotional maturity. Heal so that you can recognize those signs. The moment you find yourself in that emotional immaturity, you pull yourself back. Retrospection. So my people, heal. Emotional maturity, or any journey you are in, is a process. You take it a day at a time. Heal.